Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. So as we're entering into runoff season, right? Like I said, early voting for runoff is the week of Monday. It starts Monday, June 8th. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No Saturday voting, and then Tuesday is Election Day, the 16th. As a matter of fact, I'll be on the air on the 15th and 16th. I'll be filling in for Mark Arum. But that Tuesday night, I'm doing double duty because I want to be on the air for election night for the runoff. So just keep that, put that on your calendar. I'm filling in for Mark Arum on the 15th and 16th, and I'll be on the air on the 16th, Tuesday, for Mark Arum in the morning, and then again on my show that night for election night. And so one of the things that's going on now as we're entering runoffs between Burt Jones and Rick Jackson for governor, one of the things I see being thrown about as a hit job on Burt Jones is his support for gambling in the state of Georgia. I'm also in support of gambling, full gambling in Georgia. I want to be able to pull up DraftKings or whatever fantasy site and gamble. That's what I want to do. I'm an adult. It's my money. I earned it. And being told by people that, it's bad, people get so addicted, yada, 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 right? We're all adults, right? You allow us to do what we want with our money. It's the same group of people that fought to sell alcohol and beer on Sundays for decades, which set this state back many years, that you couldn't buy beer on Sunday. I tell you, it was the craziest thing when I first moved down here from New York. I would get up on a Sunday morning. It was my pattern in New York, and I came down here. I moved down here, and I would get up. I would go get the Sunday Times. I'd go have brunch, and I'd stop at the store to get some beer to go watch football. And how long, several months I did that. They would always tell me, no, we don't sell beer on Sundays, and I keep forgetting because I would think to myself, what kind of city that calls itself an international city doesn't sell beer on Sundays? It's the same people that did not want beer and alcohol sold on Sundays are the same people that don't want gambling. And so they're hitting Burt Jones with this. But many of those same people are Trump supporters. All of them, as a matter of fact. All of them. 100%. Let me read to you. Trump backs rewind. Trump backs Commodity Futures Trading Commission and prediction markets. Let me read to you the article. All of you anti-gambling who are knocking Burt Jones for sports gambling, all of you, pie in the sky, just hypocrites, straight hypocrites. President Donald Trump has publicly backed prediction market platforms amid legal and regulatory challenges from several U.S. states. In a post made to a social media platform, Truth Social, Trump said it was important that prediction market companies remain under the oversight of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and continue operating without interference from state regulators. Prediction markets are another name for gambling sites. They get around it by calling themselves prediction markets, but they are gambling sites. You bet money. The reason why we don't have gambling in Georgia, so guess how I bet on football? Kalshi, Polymarket. It's gambling. He also criticized officials in states that have taken action against prediction market companies, including Kalshi, Crypto.com, and Polymarket. Here's what he wrote on Truth Social. Under my leadership, we are setting rules of the road that are the gold standard for the states. We cannot have scum like Chris Christie, Letitia James, Tim Walz, and J.B. Pritzker setting the rules. I can go on and say people who support Rick Jackson in that, too. Several states have argued that prediction market platforms violate gambling laws because they're gambling sites. So understand my surprise that people who are pro-Trump 1,000% going after Burt Jones for supporting sports gambling, which is very popular in the state of Georgia, except by those who never wanted beer sold on Sundays. Imagine my surprise that they're not yelling at Donald Trump as well. I'm just here to point out to you that many of you are stuck in the 40s and 50s. It's time to move forward. And no, letting DraftKings or any of these gambling sites or any prediction market sites, which the president supports, which are gambling sites, which he supports DraftKings as well, and all the other sites because he's a sportsman and he's responsible. We do understand if you bring that in, yes, there will be people who have a gambling problem. There's nothing we can do about that. Let me put it to you all who think this is a big issue and a major issue that we shouldn't vote for Burt Jones over. The same logic that you use when you say, yes, guns are used by bad people to kill people. Well, gambling sites are used by people, responsible people who gamble and win and lose. And none of us bet our mortgages. None of us have to go to Gambling Anonymous. The vast majority of us don't have a problem. But there will be people who have a problem. But you don't shut down the entire thing for the small number of people that may get a problem or have a problem. Just like you don't shut down gun sales to young people because it's a constitutional right. My money and what I earn every day, I should be able to do with it what I want. And if I want to place a wager on some site, on the Falcons to cover the spread against the Giants or vice versa, I should be able to do that. And no church-going Christian, I want holier-than-thou person should be able to tell me, no, Shelley Winter, you can't have fun with your hard-earned money. Why? Because some other guy may be irresponsible. But yes, Shelley Winter, you should be able to buy a gun even though some other guy may use a gun to shoot up a school. Funny how when placed in that context, you have no answers. We'll be right back.